Hello, everyone. My name is Josh Barron, certified instructor here at Midwest Truck Driving School. So today we're going to cover how to do a pre-trip vehicle inspection, an FMCSA DOT inspection on a Class B CMV. I'm going to walk you through everything from the in-cab, and then we're going to hop outside, do the engine compartment, and then take a walk around the whole truck, doing the brake systems, doing the suspension systems, doing the tires, all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. First thing I'm going to do is check my emergency equipment. So down here, we have a ABC 10-pound rated, fully charged and secured fire extinguisher. There I have spare fuses, and we have 3 red reflective triangles underneath the seat here. Next, I'm going to check my seat belt here. And so I'm going to make sure it is not cut or frayed, and that it latches securely, and it does. Just like that. All right, next we're going to go and do a safe start. I'm going to go and turn the key to the on position. I'm going to push the clutch to the floor. I'm going to let the gauges cycle. I'm going to go ahead and make sure it is in neutral, and then I'm going to go ahead and start the truck with my foot over top of the brake. All right, just like that, the truck has been started. And then we're going to go ahead and check our gauges here. All right, so first of all, we're going to check our lighting indicators. Got my left turn signal, that's working properly. Right turn signal, that's working properly. My 4-way flashers, those are working properly. And my high beam indicator light, which I got to turn my lights for that to come on, and that is also working properly. Next, in the top left-hand corner, got my oil pressure gauge. I want to make sure that's rising or building, and it's right about 55, 60 psi. Check my water temperature, make sure that's rising or building, and it's about 100 degrees. I just started the truck, so it's going to start to rise here. I want to make sure that my batteries are charging, so I'll check my voltmeter. I want a minimum 13.5 volts. This one is at 14.1 volts. Then over here, I'm going to check my air pressure gauge. I got my primary and secondary air pressure gauges. You can see that right there. I want to make sure those are rising or building or fully charged. Both of them are fully charged right about 125 psi. And then I want to make sure I got adequate fuel for our trip. We're just over half a tank, so we're good to go there as well. Next, I'm going to check my heater and defroster. So I can see my defroster is on right now. So I'm going to check that. I can make sure that's working properly, and it is. I'm going to check my heater right here, make sure that's working properly, and my heat is also working properly. We're going to check our horns now. So we have our city horn, that's working properly, and our highway horn, that is working properly as well. From there, we're going to check our mirrors. As you can see, we got our fisheye mirror on the bottom there, convex mirror, our west coast mirror on the side, our fisheye and west coast mirror there. I want to make sure that they are clean and that they are adjusted properly. As you can see that they are. Next, I'll check all my glass. I have my glass here, I have my windshield here, I have my passenger glass over here. I want to make sure there's no cracks, there's no chips larger than a quarter, that they're clean, and that there's no illegal stickers, and we can see those are good as well. Next, I'm going to check my steering wheel play, and what I'm looking for is make sure there's no more than 10 degrees of play in the steering wheel. And that's essentially how much does it take for that wheel to start to move. So that's just about it right there. Well, definitely less than 2 inches of play in that steering wheel. Next, we're going to check our windshield wipers. So these are made of rubber, so we're going to make sure they are not cut or frayed or weather checked, and they make full contact with the windshield. And then we'll check the washer fluid to make sure it works properly and cleans the windshield, which that is working properly as well. All right, next, we're going to move on to our brakes here. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to make sure our parking brake is applied by pulling that out. We're going to put the truck in first gear here, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to tug against the brakes. And so we're not going to let this clutch out, but we're going to let it out a little bit till we feel a little resistance here. And you can see there, I feel a little resistance, so we know we're good. So we know the parking brake is working properly. Next, we're going to do our service brake, so we're going to push this valve in. We'll go and put her back in gear here. And for this part, we're going to go forward approximately 5 miles an hour. Then we're going to hit the clutch and the brake. And we want to make sure that the steering wheel doesn't pull to the left or to the right, that the ABS light does not come on, and that the service brakes, the brake pedal, is working properly. So let's go forward, and here we are, and let's go ahead and brake. And just like that, steering wheel really didn't pull left or to the right. The ABS light did not come on, and the service brakes are working properly. Now I'm going to put the vehicle back in neutral. I'm going to let out the clutch, and now this is the most important part. I'm going to keep this valve pushed in. I'm going to make sure I got a fully charged system, somewhere between 100 and 125 psi. Both our primary and secondary air gauges are at 125 psi. I'm going to reach down, really important. I'm going to shut